Wait, I'm on a Jeep outside of the family compound? How did that happen? Let's go back and take a look. Sherman, the Wayback Machine. All right. What is this? Tuesday the 11th, I think. They just announced the quarantine is going away Saturday the 16th. We're supposed to go from the enhanced quarantine to the general community quarantine. It's the next step down, and we're skipping that completely. We're going from enhanced, like almost total lockdown, to wide open with, you know, some restrictions. But the quarantine pass is going away, they say. We'll find out for sure. Liquor bans being lifted, stores, restaurants, everything can open. So they're gonna work over the next few days coming up with the rules. And we'll see in the next few days what that entails. A lot of traffic out here for being on quarantine. What's up with that? Man, I don't know. I'm trying to follow it for the most part. I ain't perfect, but nobody is. This hill got, it's not much of a hill, this bump got muddy and his bike got stuck. We had to push him out. That was fun. It's been raining. Over the next few days, I expect the rules of the quarantine to change a few times. They will be adjusted long before they're implemented. Today is Wednesday the 13th. They did announce yesterday they were relaxing our enhanced quarantine, and I was confused because I forgot the name. I was like, CCQ? It's GCQ. So we assumed they were going to go from the enhanced quarantine to a general quarantine, which is what the local task force recommended. The national task force says we're a low-risk area and we can skip the general quarantine. So instead of ECQ to GCQ, we're skipping down to basically no quarantine, but there will still be restrictions. They are in the process of figuring out what those restrictions are, and it will probably change daily. They have said today that jeepneys and taxis can operate. Taxis, they didn't give any specific numbers. They just said social distancing has to be maintained. So depending on how big the taxi is, they didn't say how many people can ride or how many taxis can run. They did say alcohol or alcohol-based hand sanitizer must be provided. I am hoping the alcohol will be rum. That is doubtful. We can dream. Jeepneys are more restricted. They generally hold, there's different sizes of jeepneys, but generally 19 to 23 people, including the driver. They all, it doesn't specify the size, all are limited to 8 passengers. Dividers must be in place, so I guess they're going to put like boxes on the seats or something. I've seen that on other Jeeps to keep you from sitting too close. Alcohol and alcohol-based sanitizer will have to be provided. The 600 jeepneys that are allowed, it's approximately 600, is only 25% of the jeepneys in our area. So they're only allowing 25% to run, and they're going to limit them to 8 people per. So it's going to be tight. You're going to have to, you know, really wait. It's going to be hard to catch a jeepney for a while. But I'm not in any real hurry to do much running around. I do expect this, oh, how can I put this politely? I expect it to go poorly. I think people are going to misbehave, especially with the alcohol ban. And I think we'll be back in some form of quarantine soon. So I will be going to the city as soon as I can to go to S&R and stock up on some stuff we're running out of. The local grocery stores are okay, but there's some stuff they just don't have. Okay, Wednesday night, Trouble in Paradise. I told you this is going to change a lot through the next few days. That's why I think this might be fun to see. The governor of Iloilo and the area mayors all agreed that they do not want to go from the extended quarantine straight down to no quarantine. Although it's no quarantine with, protective measures. They want to go to a general quarantine first. They want to do it in smaller steps and do a phased-in reopening. Manila says we're a low-risk area. We're wide open starting Saturday. The governor and the mayors said they will be negotiating with Manila. We'll see what happens tomorrow. It should change daily. Okay, Thursday, the 14th of May. There have been some changes today in our classification of quarantine, as I expected there to be. Again, I'm not making fun of anyone. I'm not doing this like to show, look, they're messed up. I am very impressed with how they've handled the quarantine overall in the Philippines, nationwide. The lockdown was very fast, very severe, and I think it worked. So I give them a lot of credit. They've handled it really well. The relaxation is going to be messy because they're trying to determine what is the new normal. Today, there were conflicting reports, different newspapers, one quoting the mayor, one quoting the governor. According to the mayor, there are no border restrictions. Travel between provinces will reopen. He spoke with the mayor of Bacolod. They're getting ready to run the ro-ros, the roll-on, roll-off ferries. They say fully open. That was the mayor. The governor came out and said travel within the province, like within Iloilo, between the province and the city of Iloilo is open, but the provincial borders are closed, which would mean no going to Antique, Bacolod, Guimaras. So they've got to figure it out. They're still working on it. I'm not making fun of them, and I'm not worried about it. They will get it figured out. They just have to iron out the details. They do agree there will be no checkpoints, no quarantine passes, which means I get to go finally. I'm free. Major, like congregation points, they mentioned specifically spas, which would be like your nail salons, massage, any of that. Bars, theaters, and cockpits are all closed because those are really large gathering points and it would be hard to maintain the distancing. They will be phased in later. Nobody has said when. This is all supposed to take effect Saturday, so we're looking at, a day and a half. So at some point, I guess tomorrow, they'll come out with the full executive order explaining exactly what is and is not covered. So there are some mixed reports, as I expected there would be, and it's not a problem. They're working it out. The main thing is they do agree, no quarantine passes, no checkpoints. Pretty much all businesses can reopen if they want to. So that means like the mall, the mall could reopen. Now they may come out later and specify other things because they did say the theaters can't reopen yet. So it's all still in flux, but we're getting there. They want to keep it kind of slow and phased in so we don't lose control. During this entire thing, I think the city of Iloilo has 15 cases total, and the province, I forget, 18 or 20, maybe a little more. I haven't been keeping up with the province as much as the city, which is weird because I live technically in the province, not the city. Anyway, fun. We're getting there. They're figuring it out. It'll work out. No worries. Something I found interesting, this is not really to do with the relaxation rules coming, but over the last 2 months, it's been quiet. The loud stereos have not been loud. And I was joking, saying it's because of the alcohol ban. They're sober, so the music is not cranked up. Well, last night, because they've announced, okay, they announced that the quarantine is going to be lifted, but it has not been lifted yet. People are acting like it is. They're out wandering and walking around. They think it's already lifted. So they were celebrating. Last night, it got loud. But I suspect Saturday night, because the alcohol ban will be lifted, people will go shopping, they will go to the liquor store. Saturday night is going to be parties, drunks, and loud. We'll find out. I also think people are going to mess this up and they're going to lock us down again. I hope not. But remember, a month ago, they relaxed the alcohol ban, and there were so many alcohol incidents, they reinstated the ban less than 18 hours later. I missed that night. That must have been a heck of a party. Okay. Nobody knows what's going on, man. Today is Saturday. It's the 16th. It is the new rules take effect today. You would think they would know what those rules are. They still haven't quite figured it out. I know what the rules are in the city. There's no quarantine passes needed, blah, blah, blah. You know, stores are open, all that. Really good. But there's a border between our town and the city. Is that border still manned? Nobody can give me a straight answer. Do I need a quarantine pass to go through that border if that border is still there? Nobody can give me a straight answer. So I am on my way to town, to the municipal hall, to talk to the mayor or the mayor's office to find out what the rules are. If there's no border checkpoint, I may just go straight to the city. Who knows? Because the quarantine pass is in her name, not mine. There's a weird liquor ban. They don't know what ban means, apparently. It was no alcohol. You know, that was easy. No beer, wine, liquor. Now, they say there's a ban because you can only buy 2 liters of liquor, 4 liters of wine, and 1 case of beer per day. So I guess that's limited. That's much more than I would need in a day anyway. But they're still calling it a ban. It's just a slight limitation. So that's good enough. But yeah, I don't know if I can get to the city or not. So I'm going to try and get to town. If I can get to town, I'll ask them if I can get there. They're only open half day, so I have to rush. We'll see how it goes. Enjoy your day in paradise.